everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today's video is going to be over some of my favorite foundations of 2017. I said in my favorites video for 2017 I wasn't going to do like separate videos, but that video had gotten so long and I started running out of battery life. So I thought better end this now and I will just do a separate video for my foundations. Yes, that's why I'm making the second video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave my channel, but let's go ahead and jump into some of my favorite foundations of 2017. So really 2017 was really a banner year, I would say, for drugstore foundation. I think drugstore foundation is really kicking it up a notch, competing with, the higher end foundations. Of course, there are some foundations that are way more expensive than they used to be, and there's also some great finds for some great, bargain priced foundation. So I'm going to go over some of that with you. And I think that's what I'm going to start with, is some of my drugstore foundations, and I'm going to start with the cushion foundations. Okay, there are two cushion foundations that I really liked last year. The first one is, and I may have liked this one in 2016, I just can't remember, but the first one is the L'Oreal True MatCh Lumi Cushion Foundation, and it just looks like this. And I have this one in the W2. And it's just, you open it up, and this is where a little sponge goes, but I never keep the sponge. And then you open up that portion, and this reveals your foundation. And yes, this is definitely loved. It's not drying to my skin. I do have dry skin, and actually today is my birthday, so I just turned 49. And it is wonderful for my skin, and I can't say enough about it. And also the shade is a great match for me. So yeah, this was one of my great finds, and I just really like this. Now it doesn't have, you can build the coverage, but it's kind of like a medium coverage when you first apply it, but it is buildable and it doesn't get all cakey or anything like that when you start to build the foundation to get like a fuller, coverage. So yeah, I definitely like this one. And they also have the Lumi primer as well by L'Oreal that you can use as well. And it's really great for dry skin. So I really highly recommend both of those products, but this is definitely a really good cushion foundation. Second one is, and I didn't think I was gonna like this one, it is the Maybelline Dream Cushion Fresh Face Liquid Foundation on the go. I don't really take foundations on the go, but I guess if you wanted to take a foundation on the go, you could do that, but I don't ever do that. You could take it for travel, but as far as like just putting in your purse for like touch-ups or something like that, I don't really do that. This one is in porcelain number 10. And this is the packaging here. You can see that. And then it's pretty similar to the other. Now this one has the little sponge. I did keep that one in there, but I don't ever really use the sponge. I think I tried to use it just to see what it would do, but I definitely use my brush, or I'll use my beauty blender. But this is what it looks like, and they all have the little mirror inside. And yeah, this is just kind of the same thing. This one to me is a little more fuller coverage, I would say. This one's a little more fuller coverage, and I don't know, it just gives you that natural look, where the Lumi gives you a little more glowier, kind of dewy look. This one doesn't give you a dewy look, but it's really pretty on the skin. Great for dry skin. I highly recommend this. Okay, the next foundation, now this is like a super cheap price for a foundation, but the coverage on it is so good, so good. And also it doesn't look, cakey or anything like that. It's just such a really good formula. I love it for dry skin. And this is the Jordana Complete Cover Maximum Coverage 2-in-1 Concealer Foundation. Whew, what a long name. But this is the foundation here. And I'm telling you, this is like such a pretty foundation on your skin. It doesn't, I mean, it really looks like skin when I put it on. And if you have any problems with like rosacea or anything like that, or like discoloration, like you wouldn't have to put like any kind of color corrector on. This will hide, conceal all of that. And this one is in the shade, let's see if I can find it. This one is in 05 Creamy Natural. I'm not sure how many shade ranges that they have of this particular foundation, but this is a really good foundation. I absolutely love it. And I want to say the price is around $5 or $6, so it's a great price as well. Okay, the next foundation, it's a drugstore foundation. It's by CoverGirl, and you've seen this in some of my Get Ready With Me videos, and I absolutely love this foundation. It's in the shade 110, and it's the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion Foundation. This is such a good foundation, and it's really good for like on the go, for summertime, anytime really. But it's just, and it doesn't like sink into your fine lines. It just is a really beautiful finish on the skin. Great for dry skin. I have friends that have like oily skin combination. It's like it works for everything, and I don't know how they do that, but this foundation really looks good on my skin, and it doesn't really sink into those, fine lines or my pores, or, they're not expanding, or what do you want to call it? Emphasized. They're not emphasized. So just a really great foundation. I'll give you a close-up look of it. But yeah, go check it out at your drugstore. Ready, Set, Gorgeous. Ready, Set, Gorgeous it is. Okay, the next foundation, I love the way this looks on my skin. I mean, that's why I'm talking about all these foundations, because I really like the way they, they sit on the skin, and they look more like skin instead of just foundation on you. So this one is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir, and I did a video for this particular foundation, and I just absolutely love it. It feels so light, like you're not wearing a foundation, and that's really what you want. You don't want to feel like a heaviness on your skin or anything like that. You want to feel something that, where you can't feel it at all. Like it's very natural on the skin, and this is what this reminds me of. It's just nothing really on the skin, and it just looks so natural looking. And this one is in the shade Ivory, so I really like this foundation. Yeah, number 705 Ivory. The last of the drugstore foundations, and this is like hands down like one of my favorites, and it's so inexpensive, so inexpensive, like $5.99. And it's the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This one actually has an SPF of 15, so $5.99, so $6 basically. And I mean, it's like, when you're pulling out your drawer and you're looking for a foundation to wear, and you reach, you're like, I know this will work. Open up your drawer, I know this will work. And I have all these other foundations, so I'm like, that one's okay. This one is great. This sucker, this is just, I mean, hands down, if e.l.f. made any, like a great product the whole time, this is the product that they made. This is the greatest product, I think, from e.l.f. that I've ever really, I mean, they have, they have really good products. Some are not so great, some are great. But this is like a find. This is so good. So you definitely need to check out this particular foundation. Like I said, it's only $5.99, just say $6. And of course it has a pump, All of those other foundations that I showed you had a pump, except for the cushion foundations, and these two don't. They're just like little squeezy tubes. but this one has a pump. I mean, you know, higher end packaging. You know, it has the frosted glass, and you know, it's not plastic or anything, it's glass. And so, I mean, just love this foundation. Definitely recommend this. Okay, so we're going to get into the higher foundations here, the higher end foundations. And of course, the first one is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC, which is a color correcting full coverage cream plus anti-aging hydrating serum plus SPF of 50. And that's for UVA and UVB rays. Broad spectrum. I mean, like, it just goes on and on and on. Of course, It Cosmetics, you know, they work with dermatologists, and so they are really on their game with, you know, trying to build like a skincare type makeup, and so that it will work with the skin, protect the skin, you know, all of that. So that's really, really great. And this is the foundation that I absolutely love. And I mean, this is like a favorite of so many people. I know a lot of YouTubers have talked about this foundation as their favorite, and I have nothing but great things to say about it. This is in the shade Light, has a pump here, and it also smells like, to me it smells like fresh, kind of lemony smell, you know, that clean kind of a citrus smell. It's not like where you can smell it after you get it on your skin. It's just like when you first apply it. But it's, you know, I like the smell, and it just, to me, kind of goes along with the whole, you know, freshness, and it's good for you, you know, kind of a healthy foundation. That's what it reminds me of. It has all of these benefits that go along with this foundation, and it just looks great on the skin. Great for dry skin, and just love it. Okay, so now we are down to my bottom 3 foundations here, and of course these are all higher end foundations. The next one that I'm going to be talking about is by Fiona Stiles, and it's the Luminous Finish Foundation Concentrate, and it does have a pump. And this one is in the shade, if I can see it, I'm so blind here. This is in the shade 01, which is the fairest, the lightest shade. And it's just really, really beautiful on the skin. It's very, it is a dewy finish. It doesn't have like a super shine to it, but it does have some dewiness to it, and I really like that. Gives you kind of that healthy glow. And so but it's not tacky or anything like that on the skin. It just, you know, it just blends so well with your skin, and it just kind of feels like really nothing on the skin. So basically, like your skin on skin. But it's a really great foundation. I definitely think you should check this out if you haven't heard of this before. Fiona Stiles, and definitely check this foundation out. Great for dry skin. I can't say it. I keep repeating myself. All of these foundations that I'm talking about, of course, are great for dry skin, because I have dry skin, or else I would not be talking about them. Okay, the next foundation, actually, this was given to me, and I have had nothing but good things to say about it. The only thing is it's a little dark for me. The shade is a little off, but what I've been doing is mixing it with some of my favorite foundations that are really light, and it works so well. I've gotten so many compliments when I add this to some of my foundations. And this is the Gorgeous Cosmetics Base Perfect Liquid Foundation. And I actually think that they have new packaging for this particular foundation. They, if you go to their website, you'll see that, I hope you're able to see it. But this particular packaging, I think, has changed. This is an older package, and I'm not sure how long my friend has had this, but she passed it along to me, and I've had nothing but, you know, good things to say about it. And it does have a pump, and I think you can also get this from Nordstrom, but this is in the shade 1W. Yes, 1W. So I don't No, I think there is a lighter shade than this, but this is really good on my skin. It doesn't like sink in or anything like that. It looks very natural and it feels great on the skin. That's what I like. I like things that feel lightweight, or like you know, you can't really, you forget that it's on your face. You're not feeling that like, okay, I have all of this on my face, which I have had foundations do that to me, and it's like I just want to rinse it off, wash it off immediately. This will not do that. This feels great on the skin. I absolutely love this foundation. Okay, the very last foundation. This is, I have raved and raved and raved about this foundation. Raved to my friends, put it on my YouTube videos. And so if you are a subscriber and you've been with me for a little while, you know that this is like really a great foundation, a super fine. This has become like my holy grail foundation. It is what I'm wearing today. Absolutely love this foundation. And I've actually, let's see, I put this on around 12-ish today, and it is already after 9 o'clock. So, and it looks really, really good on the skin. Absolutely love it. And guess what it is? What do you think? Fenty Beauty Foundation. Yes. This stuff is just, I didn't think it was going to be good for my dry skin because, you know, I saw so many people like, oh, this foundation is horrible. You know, what was Rihanna thinking when she did this, you know, formula, and I just don't like the formula, or it oxidized on them or whatever. It doesn't do that to me. It just is like the best foundation I think I've ever tried. It's like, I don't know. It's like a miracle foundation for me. So if I lost all of these other foundations, and all I had was this foundation, I would be like totally fine for the rest of my life, because this formula works for my skin. Absolutely. It's got a pump. Love the packaging. It's very clean, sleek, you know, very trendy packaging. And of course this one is in, let's see if I can find it. It is in the number 150, and it's just so beautiful. Absolutely love it. Can't say enough about it. My favorite foundation of 2017, hands down, is the Fenty Beauty. So this is my favorite out of all of the foundations that I've told you about today. But of course, you know, those are really great foundations, don't get me wrong, but this of course is my favorite. So if I had to choose one out of the whole lot, this would be my number one choice. Okay, so we got through the video. We got through all those foundations. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me that thumbs up. That just tells me that you really like this video, you like these types of videos, you know, like a favorites video, if there's like favorites, lipsticks, whatever you know. And when I did my 2017 favorites, I mean, I was really having to pick like minimalistic, because there's so many lipsticks that I love. There's so many blushes that I love. So many, but you know, you can only have so much in a video. So I could definitely, you know, have some other favorites. It's just, you know, time constraint. You don't want to go in like 45 minutes to an hour videos. I thought 30 minutes was, you know, kind of pushing it as it was. You know, I want to try to keep everybody's attention. I want you to fall asleep or, you know, get bored and change the channel. I want you to watch the videos. I hope that you did enjoy this video, and if you had a favorite foundation that you discovered in 2017, let me know what it is down below. If it's great for dry skin, I'd love to try it out, and you know, I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video.